where we love creativity and collectibles. Find Tip Creative Studio.
And in today's video, we're back with another batch of these Marvel animated statues from Gentle Giant. You might have seen a previous video where we had 9 of these lined up on the table. We decided to break it up into 2 batches. So the last video we did Star-Lord, Vision, Magneto, Thor, Spider-Gwen. And in this video we got Squirrel Girl, the Punisher, Daredevil,
and Electra.
So these Marvel animated statues are based on some Marvel babies illustrated by Skottie Young. If you're not familiar with that comic book artist, check him out. He's done all kinds of cool comics from I Hate Fairyland, some Wizard of Oz stuff, a bunch of Marvel stuff, and he's probably most popularly known for his Marvel babies.
Little Avengers stories. They don't like to call them babies.
I really like the other figures in the last batch. My favorite was especially the Star-Lord because I love all things regarding the galaxy.
And I like the Magneto is really cool.
Yeah.
And overall, they're just really cool the way they're stylized to look like these Marvel babies, kind of like toddlers. Really simple style. So let's go ahead and jump into these. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's start off with Daredevil.
Awesome. These figures come with a certificate of authenticity, and on the back it's got your limited edition number. So these are limited edition of 2000, and we've got number 434.
This is Daredevil, and he looks really cool. So on his shirt, I like how they're using these black kind of brownish lines to give off that cartoon effect. I like how they did his mouth, similar to Vision in the last set. I like how he's kind of falling. You have his hand stretched out, one like leg up.
Right, it almost looks like he's losing his balance, like walking on the top of a building or something.
Right.
Really minimal, pretty much one color. He's got a darker kind of red color for his belt, and then everything else is that main red color. It's cool, he's got some line work in his pants to show some shading or some shadows. The fun little horns on the top of his head, and you got a little bit of a skin tone coming through in the mouth portion. It does look like the DD on his chest is some kind of decal, because you can see a slight kind of raised area, but it doesn't look too obvious. Fun Daredevil statue. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Which one are you gonna do next?
Let's do Squirrel Girl next.
Squirrel Girl. We got her card here, Squirrel Girl, limited edition of 2000. We've got number 28.
Here she is out of the box. This is a really cool figure, and what I'm liking especially is how they did her tail and her outfit. It's kind of flocked, and then you have these like brown lines underneath it with some raised area to give off that like squirrel tail, which is really cool.
Right, that squirrel tail is massive. It comes up all the way behind her, goes higher than her head, and the flocking effect is really cool. I like how there's that different color tone on the underside of her tail. You can also see the flock come up into her kind of torso area, almost like she's got like a little onesie on, and that stylized swirl at the end of her tail looks really cool, how it's all fluffy. She's got her utility belt with these little yellow pouches. This one's got more detail than we've seen in some of the other ones.
It's really fun and goofy how she has her buck teeth kind of sticking out and those big eyes with like kind of anime eyes. And how they use the black line for her mouth to kind of show her cheeks and how chubby they are.
Right, she's cool looking. I'm not familiar with her in terms of her comics, but the statue is cool. An awesome figure of Squirrel Girl. And then next up, do you want to do Electra or the Punisher?
Let's do the Punisher.
Yeah, the Punisher looks really cool.
His limited edition number is 1,146, I believe, out of 4,000. Ooh.
Let me pull this guy out. And here is the Punisher out of the box. And he is pretty sweet looking. I love how he's got his 2 revolvers in both hands, and how one of them actually has kind of that chamber area falling out. Looks like he just unloaded a bunch of rounds. And he's got this utility belt. He's got this big skull graphic on his shirt. And I like how he's all black and they use like a blue color to show off his shading.
I also like how they have the big cartoon skull on his like shirt. I like how he's kind of squinting, and then they use this light purple highlight for his hair.
The face on him is really minimal. It's just kind of a big blob for the face, but he's got his kind of little button nose sticking out. You can see his eyebrows kind of like his eyes are closed, or maybe he's like staring something down. The details in his guns are pretty cool. I really like how he's got one in each hand holding them off to the sides, and he's got the chamber of one of them falling out. I think so far he's probably my favorite in this batch. Now let's check out the last one, which is Electra. You got the certificate of authenticity here, and she's actually a limited edition of only 250, and we got number 11. She is a San Diego Comic-Con 2020 exclusive.
Ooh.
So yeah, exclusive, 250 of this made. So it does look different from the other ones we've unboxed, because the other ones were limited editions of like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. I like the color scheme on her with the white and the purple, and she's got kind of more of that pink flesh tone. I like the details in her mouth.
Yeah, she's kind of grinning. You have like the lines, and then you have the shadows.
Right, it looks like she's got some big old teeth. And the paint work on her katanas are cool looking. She's got some nice detail on her hair on the back. You can see all this subtle line work.
I like for her headscarf, you have the pieces kind of flying in the wind, as well as for her hair, it's kind of going down and it's flowing a little bit with some nice gray highlights in the front.
All right, and that's the last one in the set, right?
And there you have our unboxing of the second half of our Marvel animated statues collection.
Right, these are cool looking. I love how simple they are, but they do have a lot of kind of personality in that animated style. I think out of this batch, my favorite's gonna be the Punisher.
I think that my favorite's probably gonna be Daredevil because how playful he looks. But I think that he has a capital D on his shirt, like Daredevil, capital D. But this one has two lowercase D's.
Oh, nice. That's probably a fun little kind of
Easter egg.
Yeah, he put in them. Careful, we don't want this to fall. These are really cool statues. Let us know which one's your favorite from this batch.
And go check out our first unboxing. We unboxed figures like Star-Lord, Thor, and all your other favorites.
If you're interested in adding any of these figures to your collection, as always, check for links in our description, or go over to Gentle Giant. You can check them out on their website as well. We'll have links to both Gentle Giant and these figures in our video description. I really like these Marvel animated statues based on Skottie Young's Marvel Babies. If you missed our first unboxing, go check that out. And they actually just released a new batch right now in 2021. And here we are on the Gentle Giant website. As you can see, they got some new items for pre-order. They got Thor, Scarlet Witch, that Nightcrawler looks really cool, Apocalypse, Gamora, Thing. They got the Hulk, and that Doom looks really cool. Really cool pieces. If you want to add any of these figures to your collection, as always, check for links in our description.
If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Fine Tip Creative Studio.